Welcome back, folks. Nice to have you back, and we carry on talking about club rugby and, of course, the new dynamics over the last week or so has been many clubs returning to training, of course, according to those health and safety protocols. And for many clubs, they've only had one session back, one session. Some clubs have had maybe 2 or 3, but a lot of clubs have only had one session back last week, Thursday, generally being the sort of the Tuesday-Thursday scenario, and Hamilton's Rugby Football Club, of course, being one of them. Phil Cronje joins me on the line, head coach of rugby at Hamilton's. Phil, nice to have you back.
Hi JP, yeah, thanks for having me. I'm here again.
Yes.
I'm Phil Cronje. Yeah, James, like I said the last time, wow, how short is a month in rugby? From a month ago, we still didn't have any dates. People get together, meet, and then they pull the trigger and say, you know what, let's go back to rugby. Let's see what's happening.
So we just got off a long interview with Jono van der Walt. You know, I mean, all of you, many of the clubs, in fact, have been managing to keep the guys active, either running in the mountain or doing CrossFit. And Jono was telling me about how excited their guys were to get back on the field, even though they've been seeing each other in the sort of the off-field, non-rugby sense, doing social stuff. But that he just said the guys were so happy to be back at the clubhouse. So how were your guys on Thursday?
Well, I must be honest with you. We did decide to start on Thursday as well, but then we got 1 or 2 calls from players to say, you know what, coach, there's some clubs that's starting on Tuesday. Maybe they're just going to have a session there because they're so hungry to go just out on the field, see people, see what rugby polls looks like again and stuff like that. The end of the day, so we decide on the Monday, okay, guys, we're going to start on the Tuesday. So from our side, we were like hoping to see and what would the outcome be. And by surprise, on the first day, the Tuesday night, we were hoping to get 25, 30 guys down there. So our first session, we had like 58 guys down at training.
58 guys. Last week Thursday? Last week Tuesday? When was that?
Last week Tuesday, yeah.
Right,
on
so,
Thursday, we had 58 guys down. So yeah, the numbers is looking good. The condition of the guys was amazed.
Really good?
I must be honest, we were quite surprised of the conditioning of some of the players.
Yeah, I think a lot of players, of course, have been managing to keep themselves either in the gym or some doing their CrossFit scenario. That's great news. And what about from a cardio point of view? Did you have them run a little bit?
Yeah, we had our S&C coach, Mike, is obviously dealing with it now. So as you know, we have to follow the protocol. So the sooner you start, as you know, then your 4 weeks start. So we have to do the first 4 weeks is like a fitness session, let's call it that way. And then the second 4 weeks, you can bring in some bags and make some contact. So we're busy with that. And from what I understand, if the first 8 weeks is over and done and dusted, then you can start planning friendlies. Like we had a chat off air, I got calls from clubs already to say, hey, Phil, what's happening? Is there dates open for friendlies? So, yeah, I think the clubs is active. I think everybody's so happy to be back and just start planning. So I think we'll take it week by week.
Yeah, one step at a time. But it's a good thing to get the planning in place. I mean, you want to be able to work towards something. We don't know if these plans are going to materialize, but you have to have some sort of goals, some sort of targets.
Yeah, we definitely have targets. Obviously, we're starting off with a 12-week program, and obviously, hopefully, we can follow this 12-week program through. And we're going to have a close look on the guys to see the progress. Obviously, from a coaching perspective, we need to make sure. Remember, these guys haven't made contact, let's call it, in a year and a half. So we're not too sure in what shape that body is going to be. Yes, you can be running fit. You can have nice energy going, but at the end of the days, that bumps and knocks that you're going to get in a contact session, that's where I think the surprise is going to be, to see in what nick the guys is going to be when it comes to contact sessions.
Jono, Phil, some of the pictures that you sent us here is the clubhouse. Now, during last year, we saw you guys redid the field a little bit. And now we've got sort of a product to see. It's looking great.
Yeah, I must be honest, we must give Derek, our club manager, a big high five there. At the end of the day, he's put a lot of hard work in at the clubhouse. Obviously, from the pictures that you guys will see, there's a lot of changes happening. Our pitch is looking in good nick. They fixed the pavilions. They paint out the clubhouse. They tile the bathrooms. For me to arrive there last week, and the players, it was all wow. Although we can't get in there now,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's job well done. So I must say, Derek, our club manager, did a very good job there.
Yeah, in fact, I mean, I suppose you're right. At the moment, there's no such thing as using all of the facilities. You're limited. You're in, you train, you get out. None of those, or a lot less at least of the
Yeah,
interactive
JP, that's the
things. Yeah.
sad part. Obviously, I thought that the first night, because we have to have 4 stations where the players could join. We don't want the players, obviously, we have to have social distancing.
Yeah.
So we tried to manage that. And obviously, for the numbers, we didn't know that we're going to have all that numbers that's coming. So the guys, keep your distance, stand away from each other. Everybody bring their own water bottles, wear their mask when they're signing in. So it's important. Again, we don't know what's going to happen, but the priority for us is to make sure that our club members and our players is that we look after them and we follow those protocols.
Yeah. Phil, we'll leave it at that, and we'll say to you, thanks for chatting with us. Of course, pass our best on to the players. We're looking forward to seeing all those photographs of all these and videos of all these fit, strong players.
Yeah, Jabes, all the best to you guys. And yeah, it's exciting times now. Like I said, I think in the last week, the planning that was going through it seems like we were never being away from rugby. But yeah, it's exciting times, and let's hope that everything stays away. And as I call it, the league will start on the 3rd of June. We will be ready come that first whistle.
Yeah, let's see what they say. Thanks, Phil. We'll catch up again soon. There we go, folks. Phil Cronje, head coach of Hamilton's Rugby Football Club, and another club, slowly taking one step at a time on training. And of course, as you heard Phil say there, very strict regulations in place, doing all of the protocols before coming to training. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, carry on talking about club rugby. Back in a sec.